we've been taught not to bully and to be very open to the people around us and to do that. But now we have like academically endorsed bullying happening to non-mask wearers or vax, and it seems to be endorsed now. We're supposed to segregate. We're supposed to talk as if they're not all human. How do we fix that? Like we've spent years learning how to not to be bullies, and then yet here's the system itself being a bully.
That's a really good question, honestly. At times, I mean, there are times during the pandemic when maybe it was a little bit darker in terms of the mandates were still there. And I know Quebec was talking about taxing the unvaccinated, things like that. All the vitriol and anger towards the unvaccinated, it felt pretty disheartening and hopeless for a time. But even now that people don't seem to be as afraid anymore, I think what was really fueling that anger towards the unvaccinated was the fear, and fear driven by the media, by our own prime minister, the politicians, all of them. As that's dissipating, I'm noticing people are starting to be a bit more rational and ask questions and not be so quick to anger. So I hope that we learn this lesson once we kind of do get the truth out there and that becomes the accepted narrative, so to speak. I think that's really going to help people say, okay, what just happened, and let's reflect on how we treated one another and let's learn from that. This could end up being a really good lesson for people on how not to treat others when you're scared. I hope that's how it goes.
Well, I just spent the hour before this speaking to a gentleman in the UK, and he is fighting a vaccine injury. So he has a brain injury from his vaccine, and he's been struggling for quite some time on that one, pushing that issue forward. But he's also starting to get more hope because it seems like the tides might be turning a bit, where people are starting to come around a bit more that maybe we weren't fully receiving all the truth, and maybe our government, prime minister, office, health officials, maybe they were working with bad information and passing on bad information. I don't want to necessarily accuse the government of intentionally lying to us, because I know they rely upon reports and other things from other places, but they also should have known better, maybe asked a few more questions, especially when there have a lot of people pushing so hard.